Good morning. Please join me in standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And here's Charlie with the announcements.
Good morning. Whoa, it's loud today. Today's Thursday, November 13th, and it is a white day. A reminder that tomorrow there will be a pep chapel and alumni gym instead of regular chapel. All students and advisors need to report to the alumni gym no later than 7:55 a.m. Juniors and seniors, Franklin Pierce University is on campus today for a visit. Please see Naviance or Mrs. Labani for details and to register. Be sure to check in with your teacher before attending. What's one way to save a life? Donate blood. Stop by the table in the cafeteria during C block to schedule your appointment for the November 19th blood drive. Attention international students. Any student wanting to take the December 13th TOEFL must register by November 21st. See Mrs. McCaffrey in the guidance office to register. Happy birthday today to Colin Pelletier, Maddie Royer, Maren Farr, Evan Taylor, and Miranda Rechtenwald. Happy birthday. Okay, and that's it for announcements today. Have a good day.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. We have a guest this morning who's returning to chapel to continue raising our awareness of type 1 diabetes. This student would be familiar to you all as the captain, I believe, of the St. Johnsbury Academy cheer team. Before I bring her up, I want us to cheer for a second for that team, because they never make it to the late announcements for winning or losing, but they have cheered and cheered on the sidelines, and every victory that they cheer on has to give them some credit for helping with that win. So they are the Sultans of Spirit. They're going to get us going tomorrow in Pep Chapel, so please give it up for Regan Greenwood and the SJA cheer team.
Good morning. I'm Regan. I'm a senior here at the Academy, and I have type 1 diabetes. On July 9th, 2012, I was rushed to Dartmouth Hospital, and later that day, I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. Not knowing anything about this condition, my parents were both scared to death. On top of having to relearn how to take care of their 3-year-old daughter, they also had a 5-year-old at home. Despite what many people think, you do not get type 1 diabetes from being lazy and eating too much candy. Type 1 is actually an autoimmune disease that you are born with a predisposition to. If you have this predisposition at some point in your life, something will spark that and essentially activate your diabetes. When I was 3 years old, I got hand, foot, and mouth disease, which is what we think was that spark for me. Type 1 diabetes is nobody's fault, and it cannot be prevented. Over the years, I've grown much more open to this, and although there are always going to be struggles, I've learned to be more open about my condition and proud of who I am and what I've been through. I believe diabetes has helped shape me into who I am as a person today. November is National Diabetes Awareness Month, and November 14th is World Diabetes Day. I wanted to act upon this by sharing some of my story to hopefully educate some people on what type 1 diabetes is and encourage other diabetics not to let your condition define you. Thank you.
Thank you, Regan, very much. So I have a few interwoven messages for you this morning. The first is about what's happening here in Fuller Hall tonight, tomorrow night, Saturday night, and Sunday afternoon. And that is our fall play called Midsummer Jersey. How many of you have read Shakespeare's play, A Midsummer Night's Dream? Oh, so many. That makes me so happy. How many of you have ever watched the show Jersey Shore? Okay, lots of faculty. That's really good. How many of you have ever imagined that they had anything to do with one another? Probably zero. Oh, good, the play people, yes. So that's what I can't wait to see about this play. It promises to be hilarious and a ton of fun, and I don't know what else because it will be brand new to me. But please come out and see the talent of your classmates, a very large number of them. I think it's around 40 at least, involved with tech, or including tech and crew, in putting on this production that will transform this space and transform people you thought you knew. So as they open their show tonight, let's cheer on everyone making the magic of Academy Theater. I want to get grateful on you for a minute. There's something that I appreciate immensely that's happening here in chapel and in other places that I want to call out for notice. That is the way that students and faculty have been stepping into the spotlight, not just for themselves, but in order to support and share and invite others to support those causes and responses to events that you believe will do good in the world. So sharing your work that supports the accomplishments or endeavors of others helps us all see what you care about and why we should care about it too. So ultimately, it encourages us both to be more aware of the situations of others and also how we might go about helping. So Regan, sharing her own story, makes us more aware of type 1 diabetes and how to reduce the stigma. Ms. Ruggles' promotion for the blood drive that didn't only ask us to give blood, but helped us to see why it's valuable to do this thing for others for whom it can mean life or death. Folks should think about giving blood. There's a table at lunch to sign you up for next week. The gratitude grams the juniors are selling. Are you still selling them? Yes. Good. Until Monday? Through Monday. Okay, great. I know that my folks got them today, so it's a quick turnaround. Please reminds us of the importance of being and remaining grateful for everyone in our lives that makes them lighter and richer and more joyful and more meaningful, and ultimately so much bigger than any one of us is by ourselves. So there are innumerable examples of this kind of appeal for awareness and action that we've had from the chapel stage over the years. And what you choose to bring into the spotlight is a reflection of what you care about. And among the things that you have to give in this world is this: taking what you care about, what matters to you, and trying to create a roadmap for others to find their way to caring about it as well. So this requires using some powerful feelings of empathy and desire for change, sometimes helplessness in the face of tragedy, as a motivation to understand better what part you might play in addressing the thing you feel strongly about. And then it requires thinking about how to help others understand that issue, whatever it is, and making a plan to engage and persuade them that might have a good effect. And then it sometimes requires the courage to stand up here and speak to a huge group of peers, the judgment of whom you might not ordinarily want to invite, and trusting our community enough to ask for their understanding and support. But I think if you ask any of these people, I keep pointing at Regan, whether they were thinking about how they would be judged for putting themselves out there and showing how deeply they care about something, I expect they would say it was not their primary concern by a long shot. Their primary concern is doing what they can to address a problem that they care about. And it's one of the things I'm so grateful for and makes me so optimistic for you and all of us, the sheer number of things that you care about and want us to care about as well. Because the more things we know about and care about and act to support as a community, the greater and more beautiful our community becomes. And that holds true for people too, so I'm going to really put in a plug for those gratitude grams for just a moment more and encourage you simply to remember those people that you want to thank, even if it just for being in your life and making it a better one. Sometimes it takes losing someone to realize how much they give your life meaning and joy. We rush through our days sometimes and forget to just wonder at that. I definitely have a poem for this. And it's one of my favorites, and I said, I definitely have a poem for this. And it involves birds. A couple of glosses. Mirth means fun or humorousness, and Rilke is a famous poet. This poem's called Invitation by Mary Oliver. Oh, do you have time to linger for just a little while out of your busy and very important day for the goldfinches that have gathered in a field of thistles, for a musical battle to see who can sing on the highest note or the lowest or the most expressive of mirth or the most tender? Their strong, blunt beaks drink the air as they strive melodiously, not for your sake and not for mine, not for sake of winning, but for sheer delight and gratitude. Believe us, they say, it is a serious thing just to be alive on this fresh morning in the broken world. I beg of you, do not walk by without pausing to attend to this rather ridiculous performance. It could mean something. It could mean everything. It could be what Rilke meant when he wrote, "You must change your life." So stop for a moment today and pause and get a gratitude gram for someone or just tell them thank you. Don't forget to go to Midsummer Jersey, only $5 for students tonight and all weekend. Break a leg, guys, and thank you, and good luck to the football team. We'll see you in Pep Chapel tomorrow. Faculty.